Yo, what's going on, people? We are here on this Friday night for ZoneBreakers Online number 41, coming at you with some Guilty Gear Strive. And we have a pretty deep bracket going on tonight. I'm Doggy Sandwich, and I'm joined by Coach, and we're going to walk you through this action. Coach, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine, sir. Yeah, we finally got ourselves a nice big chunky bracket here, and another change that we'll be having is that we're running this off of PC. So we usually run the Drive tournaments off of PS4, so now it'll be running off of PC every once in a while. So if you are a PC player, you have the opportunity to join in the fun going forward.
Power of the personal computer. Let's see how that goes tonight. Oh man. And yeah, like we said, deep bracket actually have what is it? 15 people here.
Yeah. Wait, let me look.
Don't know if all of them have shown up, seeing as this is still a net play tournament. You know how that goes sometimes. 15 people gave it the thought. That's nice.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna run into our first match. We got Waff versus Shampoo Goblin, Angie versus Potemkin.
I'm glad you looked at the actual screen because I was looking over there thinking Waffle as well. But we're not holding any L's over here. That's the plan, at least. Waffle with the Angie, Shampoo Goblin with the big bad red man Potemkin. Here we go.
We started off with a fusion counter hit.
Turbo mode over here, trying to catch up with the action.
Yeah, it's a little quick. I don't know if that's how it looks to the actual Twitch viewers or just us.
I'm pretty sure that's like the recent net play thing, to where if the spectators have to sync up, it like catches them up.
Yeah, it's like we caught up now.
Woo. Roman, good block by Waff, backs up, blocks the slide head as well, but wasn't ready for the jump and having to use the burst to try to stay in this round, gets the anti-air and gets the first mark tonight.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and spin through the get in there immediately. They were already levying pressure on old Potemkin.
The Roman to get it in the throw. It's a back throw, defensive throw to throw Shampoo out of the corner, but Waff still looking pretty good. Block on the butt. Ooh, but it's been spinning around the 2D so much, and Shampoo finally finds it to get the party started.
Yeah, Garuda doing his job of keeping Waff contained.
Nice air scoop, gets the pot buster on the ground. This is gonna take the lead. For a jump out, but it's a little slow, so Waff gets a second chance to play.
Backdashes out of danger and gets a counter hit Fuji. Not a big reward, but a momentum shift until we got thrown.
And you can just smell the fear reeking off of Waff. Tried to get away from Garuda, but cannot run from the big fist. Tied up one apiece as we go into the third one, and Shampoo is on the charge.
Make a fist on over the spin. Coming down with jump dust, and Waff takes that turn with the frame advantage, pushes in with Fujin. A little bit of armor.
And I feel like Shampoo was waiting for the burst, but didn't wait long enough. Waff is able to get them off. Has Shampoo in the corner, poking from long range. Roman in. Doesn't block the second overhead, with using the burst to get out in a fadeaway Mega Fist, just to get a little bit of space for the Goblin. Not enough just yet.
Yep. Hey, blocking it out, not pushing in. I think it's the first time it's been presented as far as I can see. Go ahead and cash that super out the glass break.
More than enough to get rid of Shampoo in the first game. Waff looking pretty good.
Yeah, despite the L in the name, like you said, Waff was taking no L's.
Doesn't have any because they're giving them out.
Just in case you needed it.
Backdash at the start for Shampoo, but can't really get too much as Waff is able to find a couple of hits. Pressing forward, gonna get the wall break.
Yeah, pretty early on. It's gonna get that positive bonus. Already sitting on a big chunk. Ooh, guys, that's the throw of the game. It's set up for the Potemkin Buster, and Waff's momentum, it came to a crashing halt.
A lot of the momentum stopping with the way things are going. Stepping up from the Garuda, tick throw into another pot buster with a pixel. Gonna try to use the burst to get out of it. Not gonna work this time as Shampoo comes over the top and dunks in the first round of game 2.
Waff really believed in that, but Shampoo put a stop to it immediately.
To be fair, with the way the damage was going in that, which was 2 pot busters, I guess it's okay to use the burst if that's your expectation. You ain't gonna burst the throw, you know?
Fair enough. But down around, and ultimately though, Waff seals the game or the round immediately.
Hey, in that quick little talk, Waff with the equalizer, trying to get the second game, and this is only the second game. We haven't mentioned this yet. All of the matches are a first to 3, so this is not match point just yet, but that is a match getting struck on the deck with the 2D. Waff firing back and getting the burst out of Shampoo. Chasing down the back dash.
Looks like might have some spectating issues. It's not gonna be like the legendary disconnect where we have Potemkin out there doing work where we couldn't see.
I know, right? We got man down. Shampoo has left the building. We're gonna have to take a second and get this situated.
So like I'm guessing this is a bug that's been happening in the spectator mode. So hopefully it'll all sort out when we get the game started back again.
Yeah. Kind of interested to see where we're going with that. I mean, it was equal rounds and everything, but I feel like Waff had the momentum going into that. Just trying to get the second one. So gonna have to see where the TOs put the yard markers.
All right, Shampoo making their way back in. So yeah, like you said, we're gonna await the verdict.
Looks like Shampoo's gonna be the good guy in this, saying no, things were kind of iffy on my end. I was the only one that did not survive the Holocaust, so go ahead and give Waff the second game. We'll start from the beginning again. So Waff up 2-0, looking for match point and a trip to the second round in the winner's bracket. Ooh, switch to Zato.
Connected to a whole new character. Just levying on that Zato pressure. Butterfly hitting the mark.
Yeah, and I like the idea that Shampoo was going to try to use the air dash to get over it, but just didn't have the trajectory, having to use the burst. Eventually gets a nice anti-air as Waff was trying to approach, and Shampoo's pretty close to running away with this. Gets the black sword. Still laying on the pressure, looking low. Wasn't ready for the Yeoman.
Yep, using the momentum to Waff's side. Waff trying to find Zato anywhere, but tags another oppose. That's the first round.
Zato and Eddie just throwing the deuces and clearing the set, running away with the first one, but getting caught in the corner in the beginning of the second one. And that's damn near half life at this point. The Pullman to get some space, but can't get far enough. Some jabs to break up the momentum as Waff wants to keep control.
So I was gonna point out that yeah, Waff is like extreme respect for the Fujin and the follow-ups, but regardless, there's nothing really came from Waff's suppression there.
Nice use of some meter and some movement to get away from the long arms of Eddie. Eddie getting up with the burst, making some space for Zato, and the great black shark is out, but not enough to take a chunk off of Waff, who's able to find the hit, find the equalizer, and find a chance to get match point. Spinning in the beginning, meaty butterfly to set up the throw. Butterfly again. Nice tech from Shampoo this time. And another hold.
And that signature 60% into the wall break. I should say about 70 really, but yeah, oppose into the 2H is like Zato's bread and butter.
If you wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't have looked up at the life, and this would have been a mystery right here. Shampoo, one hit away for getting on the board, using the super to try to keep Waff contained, but Waff with the up back is able to get away not for long, as there's a jab on the street, and Shampoo, with the switch to Zato, is able to keep hope alive.
I ain't gonna roll back into it.
You know, as straightforward as the statement that is, I feel like that's kind of a jab at what we're looking at here.
Making the best of it, but yeah. Bringing out the charged dust. And Shampoo Goblin was no part of that.
You gotta be careful because we're getting back to the corners, slapped in the face, a big counter hit for Waff again. Laying on the pressure, homing in, and looking for another one, but that one was uncharged into the Roman. Still good enough to get the conversion and get the first round of game 4. Waff on match point again.
Scout spin with a throw, and we already got the corner pressure going.
Eddie down there trying to give the bread.
Ooh, meets a nice anti-air from Shampoo Goblin. Keep Waff contained, but we Fujin it out.
Still chasing forward, not getting the clean hit, but staying right on top of Zato is Angie. Get off. Still can't go too far. Got caught on the way down. Got clipped trying to move. Not the end just yet, but the throw will seal the deal. Waff stepping in and throwing up a nice layup to take the 4th game, takes the set 3-1. What a start for tonight.
It was a good change by Shampoo Goblin, but it was unfortunately maybe a bit too late.
Yeah, like with the way the Zato was looking, I kind of wish that would have been like game 2 choice. I mean, even with that, was able to get a game with him, so it's not like we can say it was too late. It's just Waff came out firing in that last one. So, a little upset they didn't get the sweep.
Yeah. So next up, according to the bracket, should be Doombot P2W versus Laprise.
Well, on the stream they got Bisu versus Monk, so I would hope that's a little more reliable. No telling. We'll find out the hard. Well, I say that I see Bisu walking in, trying to hang out on the couch, or maybe just trying to navigate through the mansion, because heaven forbid, nobody still can do that, even with this game being out for a couple months by now. The hardest matchup in the game. Well, while we're waiting for Monk, got a quick second to do a little bit of housekeeping and everything. Talk about everything that we need to in the side, and that will be in Matcherino. A little bit different this time around. Not too much. Still gonna use !Matcherino to bring up the links. Gonna log in with your favorite social media, but you'll notice that Matcherino has chopped off a little bit of the funding. Not gonna use any coupon codes, but there's even more sponsor quests that you can use. Follow a couple people, check out a couple of YouTubes, retweet a couple messages, and that'll add money to the pot. And if you're feeling generous, you don't have to do this one, but if you're feeling generous, 15 deep today, you can add your own money to the pot.
All right, and like you said, Bisu versus Monk don't be a match. We're gonna got Leo versus Kai.
Kai that doesn't want anything to do with Leo, trying to hold back, but already having to come off of the burst. As Monk is in. Got cleaned up by a DP.
Yep, that's enough for Bisou to get really started here. Speaking of reversals.
Yeah, that was the tip of it too, but here comes Bisou over the top, getting the burst out of the Monk with the jump in. That's a good look.
Using the RC out the stun dipper to keep pressure going. Cleans it up with a grab.
Nice tick though to start things off for Bisou. Here we go in round 2. I was looking for it. Was ready for the 80 crossover. Put his whole chest out there on that one. Fade away from Bisou.
Just taking away at Bisou's health.
And playing at a long range too. One, to be able to react to any dashes or anything that can happen, but also just to make sure that Monk doesn't air dash out. From the return, the neutral is able to find a clean hit RC and quite convincingly clean up the first game.
Yeah, a lot of those far S's, those 2 S's, and just like you said, just kind of picking away at Leo from that mid-range there, trying to get the damage without being necessarily in the danger zone there. And, you know, we saw a little bit of jump stun edges and stuff, but mostly it was a containment strategy. It didn't want to risk putting their hand in the blender.
Here we go on the second one. Both of them are fading back to full screen, and yeah, that's the button that I've been looking for quite a while, looking for Leo to lay out in the air. Pretty long range move to contest with all of Kai's range, and enough to eventually force the DP out. But here comes Bisou on the return. A little slow to get down there, but I mean, getting the side swap is good enough for Monk, especially for getting the burst a little bit later. Big, meaty, close S. Aye! That's a way to send a message right here. Big counter hit to close out the first round.
Like Monk just laying on those little 2-3 hit combos, trying to rack up the damage, but Monk has the opportunity to get started, but is immediately put down by the DP.
RC in. Gonna be a wall. Where are we going afterwards? Waiting for a second, possibly looking for a DP. A couple of 2 S's. Monk using the burst to try to win this. And that's the burst that, yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, Monk's got a ways to climb for that one. But at least they're both off their burst, even if Bisou is just generally closer. So it's not the biggest problem. So if Monk can take control here, it won't be so bad.
I feel like Monk's trying a little too hard to fight on the ground against Bisou. Got a little impatient after a couple of normals with and ran in. Got counter hit, gets counter hit on the re-up though, and waits for the DP. So this one's gonna be huge. A couple of steps with the back turn, getting a nice conversion. Gonna go back to the first screen with another wall break. Got the lead with it as well.
All right, well we got a full stack that we burst immediately.
Yeah, and then got stabbed in the eye with a far S, having the burst. That was the burst we were talking about a little bit earlier, keeping Bisou in the game, but not for long. Let it rip and tie the games up 1 apiece.
Yeah, Monk was desperate for that victory, and Bisou was ready. Or rather, the other way around. Bisou was was trying to seal the deal, and Monk was ready.
Any means necessary. At the start of this third game, Monk's a little too eager. Was stepping in and is getting tagged up by Bisou. This one's going to be big. Doesn't get the wall break, but the position is looking really good. Stepping up to take a tick throw. Joe using everything for the pressure. Charge stun edge, using some meter as well. Stun dipper, the Pullman, and catching on the backside.
Monk had some strategic hits there at the end to stop the fireballs, but didn't amount to much, unfortunately for him.
Nickels and dimes compared to a C note. I don't know where that DP was really reaching for, but that got shut down. The second one though, right back at you.
Turn fire. That needed to keep the pressure going, makes the hit. Counter hit from Monk.
Get used to the omen to get some space. But a check from Monk to make sure Bisu doesn't get out of the corner just yet. A little too eager to go on the bottom though. But it's okay. Stun Dipper off the mark, a little too deep for Monk's liking, and just gonna pump the Twin Pistons and take the second round. Ah, what a start though.
Just a follow count hit as well. And the charge dust. Ooh. No burst to fend this off until big deal of distance time. But yeah, Bisu has a huge life deficit to make up. The next hit can be death for Bisu.
Monk was trying to charge in, got tripped up by a 2S, full conversion by Bisu. And I don't think Bisu's gonna be going too far and like, I say that. Because for a lot of the times throughout the set so far, whenever Bisu has had Monk in the corner, Bisu's been making a huge statement to try to stay at the mid-range. The one time they poked their head a little too far out of the gutter, got snipped by a DP.
Yeah, Monk generally has that response in the in-game situation, seeing that the opponent is looking for that big reward at the end.
Monk was really trying to get away from the charge stun as Bisu still knocking on the front door. Good block on the charge dust, but Bisu still in. Gets a big conversion with the Roman. Not enough to take the round just yet, even with the break, but it's looking kind of hard for Monk at this point.
Looks like they got the opportunity to get started, but Bisu's gonna just hold it down, use that meter to put a stop to that offense.
That was good defense right there. Didn't give up the anti-air of the DP that Monk was looking for. Casually waiting and threw the jab out there to get the first round of game 4.
Right, fending off Monk with the stun edges there. Got the corner containment, and Monk getting a little too animated to get out of that corner.
Yeah. It's the range, just the fear of trying to fight Bisu in that strong spot for Kai. Eventually finally hitting, getting Bisu off of the burst. Here comes Bisu, air lightning, where it's supposed to be.
Yep. Using that stun edge to keep Bisu on their toes and Monk on their toes, and that ride to lightning confirmed. That's all it took to get pretty much set things in Bisu's favor there.
I like to look to close it out with the tick overhead. And that was from a pretty long range too, so wouldn't be surprised if Monk wasn't thinking about blocking a dust at that point. Here we are, tied up a piece, 2-2. Trying to see who's gonna move on to round 2.
Looks like charge stun edge beat the shield.
B. Let's get the burst in. Bisu's in again.
Coming from the top rope with that jump H. Very strong button from Kai.
This is my block. Hold on. Ain't going out just yet. But stepped a little too far, possibly looking for dash through. Bisu's ready with the throw and throws in another round. Only one more to move on in the bracket.
Nice little counter hit. Big damage. Got the wall break. Things looking up for Bisu here. So we already got a full bar, got the positive bonus, so life's looking good. This is right to another wall break immediately.
I know, right? You know how you used to say, right? You hit a glass, that's your ass. And those are good quick 2 rounds for Bisu to close it out. Tight set though, 3-2 between the two of them.
Yep, that was a pretty tight set. I don't know if we're gonna reset the lobby to get rid of the spectating bug or not. I saw something.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's what I'm seeing in the forbidden zone.
Spectating bug. They ain't got no raid for that or anything? You gotta just let the bug have it?
Oh, I gotta sell my house and all my belongings. It was a nice light though.
Surely you can keep something out of there, right? more than the memories. Man, oh man. Hopefully we'll get something sorted out. Looks like we're gonna stay in here for a little bit. Just ride the waves, see where it goes as we have a cosmic SR, excuse me, and Kaina. Fuck, you're getting pinged!
Nice. Yeah, like you said, we're gonna keep it rolling. So, Cosmic SR, Kaina. Look like we got a soul on deck.
Soul? Guy we don't see too often around here, surprising enough. Soul good guy. Soul nice guy, that's his name. I forgot. My bad.
Oh, Soul nice guy.
Soul nice guy. He ain't never thrown a Viper out when he's not supposed to. Gladly let you have your turn. Oh man, this bracket looks like so far. It's moving along nicely. Only had one DQ. Oh, that being said, that means we have 14 people that have showed up. This is still like more than the past 3 or 4 Zonebreakers combined.
So this is gonna be the last match of winners round 1.
Trying to see who is going to move on to fight the Saucy Grandma in round 2.
That final boss, Saucy Grandma. All right, we got a Jacko. Speaking of rare people, some rare characters around these parts.
We've seen Jacko, but it's been quite some time. See how Miss Valentine fares against Soul, and that start is saying not so well.
Yeah, that throw is probably a godsend for Kaina as they managed to survive the onslaught, but SR back at it.
Trying to poke the range, looking for an air escape, but still able to find Kaina out in the wild. Get off me, got the Viper Sword. 5K. Coleman can't get the far slash in there to close it out. Viper doesn't find the mark just yet, but the gun flame enough to light up the sky in the first.
SR demonstrating that relentlessness of Soul's gameplay. All kind of wanted was for them to stop, but it just kept coming.
Stop isn't in Soul's vocabulary. You serious?
Well, we got a minion out, so things are looking much different than before.
Quad goals, let's go. I see number 2. Number 2 isn't stopping the thrust. Jeez. Need a stop sign out there for Soul.
Pretty much. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the meaty gun flame. Keep Kaina contained. Kaina get that throw, and it's gonna be real critical. Gonna get a safe jump. Nope.
That's how you really feel, huh? Soul nice guy.
Hey. 2 frames.
Do what you gotta do.
Alright, counter hit 6H. Yeah, I don't blame Kaina for not wanting any part of that.
Vortex in. Another throw. There's 3 for 3 for the throw. That's a 4th throw. And like you said, the throw has been pivotal for Kaina to get out of the corner, getting the break vision. And he was looking for the whip punish off after. Hold up.
I like that use of the VRC slowdown to keep Kaina contained and just to keep it rolling.
For the anti-air, but a little too slow on the draw. As Cosmic's able to come over the top and take the first round of game 2.
You got the second hit, a bandit revolver getting a hit. Kana with a counter hit 6 P. It is enough to get some real good momentum going. We got the minions, we got the life lead. Looking like the best round yet for Kana.
Some of the bringer. Nice punish using the meter as well with the Roman. Gonna take the wall break. I like that break.
It was pretty funny. Cosmic searching for a counter with that 6H hits air, but nonetheless is able to get started.
But a little eager to go back in. Was met by a nice fist from Cosmic. Wasn't looking for the up back and a block on the burst from Kaina. Romaning just to get the side swap. And with one more hit, that's going to be enough to take the round. Get the equalizer.
Yeah, got one round on the board finally. 5K in the air.
Oh.
You got a whiff first, but nonetheless, Kaina comes out of that relatively unscathed compared to what could have happened.
Right. Couldn't get the side swap, but looking to play from long range. It's a nice beefy counter hit. Roman again and running Soul down into the corner. Enough to get the wall break and punts him into a positive bonus. It's good.
Gonna just go ahead and take that space, but using that RC, Cosmic was able to get right back into that aggressive range and force Kaina into that decision making. Speaking of throws,
Hey!
Cosmic changing it up on us.
Taking the throw, stepping in a couple of bro fists with the close S closing out the game. Oh, he ain't messing with that anymore. You can have that. 6H at the start. Hey, they ain't meet you.
6P to the 6S. Looking pretty good. Getting the counter hit. Having Cosmic burst pretty early. Things are looking pretty good. We gonna get the wall break. Yes, indeed.
A nice little trick, faking the cross up to set that up. The vortex, but not really able to crack Kaina just yet. Who finds another 6P, leading to the meter, leading to the first round of this game.
And, you know, kind of trying to slow the game down a little bit more and not trying to aggress Soul as much, and it looks like it's paying off.
Then a little too close to the fire and immediately having to burn the burst, but coming in, finding Cosmic in the corner. This is a good look for Kaina, and enough to get the burst in return.
Alright, that's the counter hit that they needed. Got the side switch as well.
Couple of meaty minions. Ooh, clearly out of range for the Yeoman. So this is huge. Gets the damage, gets a positive bonus, and this is Cosmic without any meter to work with. So it's going to be kind of hard to get back in. A mission that is not completed as Kaina shuts the door and gets on the board.
Yep, ready to set up that minion, buffed it. It's just ready for anything to happen.
Let's see if Kaina can keep the momentum going as we go into the fourth game. Nice anti-air, just making sure Cosmic can't come in from long range. Couple of Volcanic Vipers looking for something at long range. No good. Burst gone as well, but we still trying to kick in the front door.
Comes off first. Well, sets up a minion, but it doesn't really stop Cosmic from coming in through the front door again. Yeah, jumps another throw.
Trying to fall back into this from the huge chunk that Cosmic took a little bit earlier. Nice counter hit from Kaina. Finding the button and finding a little more damage. More importantly, finding the position. Trying to stay away from the good button.
And that 6P doing a lot of work. Usually Kaina keep the RC behind it just to stay safe just in case. But it's been a really good stop sign of Cosmic's aggression. But it doesn't stop that onslaught.
Not enough to keep the bad guy at bay as Cosmic one round away from moving on through the bracket. Gunflame. He's looking for a meaty 6S, but I think it was a little too early. Kinda wasn't ready nonetheless. And that's been a really consistent thing. I mean, that's what you expect out of Soul, right? Whenever there's a burst, immediately vortexing back in. Oh, RC into the dust. Let's go.
Yep, no burst tank that big chunk of damage here. Kaina's on the ropes.
Trying to backdash the Bowman. Gonna block on the burst again for Kaina. This is a little bit of chance. Finding the counter hit far slash, getting another one. Using the meter, but doesn't get the conversion afterwards. It's kind of huge, but has the space to work with.
All right, Kaina trying to take control of that mid screen before Soul comes barreling back in at them.
Cosmic was sitting there waiting, sizing kind of. Found the perfect moment to just let the vortex rip, and it finds the mark in a time of need.
Yep. Usually Cosmic has kept that in the pocket until they had 50 meter to make it safe, but they figured take their chances, and it worked out.
We ain't had time for wait for that, especially with kind of gonna be the first one to win the burst race. Couldn't take a hit, but could have used that to get out of jail at some point in time. So yeah, I'm okay with that. It felt like a reasonable time to just lay it all on the line.
Mm-hmm. And with just the general leading game, it wasn't the biggest thing in the world to take that risk. So good stuff by Cosmic.
For the sounds of it, it's assuming we're taking a little bit of a break just to try to reset the lobby and make things look a little bit nicer than they've been looking.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get the kinks out of spectator mode.
Yeah, hopefully the lobby resets it and get a nice smooth experience for you all watching.
Man, imagine trying to control turbulence.
Look, all we can do is try not to crash with a nosedive.
I mean, I don't want to crash, period.
If we gotta crash, we gotta do the sliding crash at least.
I don't want to do that one either. How about we land smoothly and safely?
That's the ideal.
Over here trying to wish death on people.
I'm just saying, if we lose control, we gotta at least minimize the casualties. But we got a next room up. Streamers on deck for spectating. So let's hope this one goes better than the last.
I'm looking for the parachute. All right.
Let's just get on your floatable cushion device, and then land in the water. Hope you don't get hypothermia before rescue comes.
If we land in water, I didn't know we were going over an ocean with this. This is like North American Strive. I thought we were just over the land. And I'm not aiming at a lake.
I guess we flying over the Great Lakes.
I don't even. Well, I say that I don't know. There might be a route over the Great Lakes that stays in the country. I kind of seem like that would. I kind of feel like that would be odd, but I don't know. I'm not an aviator, and when I think about it, I don't think I've ever flown in that region. So,
fair enough. So it looks like we're gonna have Eureka versus Blue. Blue holding it down for multiple games in the ZoneBreakers Online events.
I was gonna say I think Blue's entered everyone except for Tekken.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
But then I remember Naspy is a thing.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, you gotta pump the brakes on that. But Blue, one of the people that has like a really varied pool of attendance. So nice to see him back for some more strides. Getting dunked off by Lariat to start things off though.
Yurikov rolling that command grab, so pretty much putting Blue through the knowledge checks here.
Nice step up with the anti-air. Blue with I think that's the Domi burst if I remember correctly. I have to go find the sheet again, or I have to ask you for it, because I know you got it somewhere.
So fair. Yeah, bursting the 2S from Axel when you get hit that high is generally not advised, because you gotta wait for yourself to kind of come down into the combo. So yeah, Axel in general is just kind of a knowledge check character, because you gotta know his spacings and know where he's kind of vulnerable.
right now, it looks like Blue doesn't have the answer. Yurikov is running away with this game very easily. Second stun dipper coming out, and Blue trying to fight back into this. And I don't blame Yurikov for doing that at all. Has only been hit with stun dippers so far in the round, so just reset the position into a favorable spot for Axel, get another command throw, and get the first one going.
Alright, okay, round start stun dipper, but fortunately it was not it was too far for the second hit the combo. So Yurikov ultimately doesn't get knocked down, and we're just back in status quo. US anti-air conversion.
You see a little B&B there. More important thing than the damage is the space that Yurikov earned from it. Getting another full screen command throw. And the thing that's really devastating about that isn't the damage again, but the positioning. Getting the side swap, was using the Pullman a little bit earlier, and a fade away gets Blue reaching in. Solid round for Yurikov.
Alright, tries to test the waters with a 6P from Blue there, but nice little counter hit changes things, and yeah, Yurikov is not going to sacrifice that momentum. Goes ahead, just go ahead and uses the burst.
A little too eager. I think looking for another stun dipper. Yurikov with another good answer.
Blue jumps his command grab this time, but Yurikov gets under the jump and it punishes the landing.
And I like the use of meter for Yurikov. Both times, or the two recent times, have purely been for maintaining space control, at least the distance, however you want to word it. Not letting Blue anywhere in the same state.
Just making it just an overall frustrating experience for Blue just to exist on the screen. Was getting counter hit by quite a bit of 2As there, so that impatience was paying off big for Yurikov as they were able to cash out pretty big with Axel. And not what I would expect from Blue as Angie. So I'm interested to see how this goes, because I'm guessing Blue's gonna look for that spin to try to get around the egregious poking game.
Couldn't find it at the start. Got axed in the mouth while ducking. Good counter hit, and different characters, same story so far.
All right, well, Blue has a big opportunity to get started. Tries to use that butterfly instead of going for the full conversion there.
Yurikov throwing a slightly different look. Has been running it Blue. Do we need to talk about that burst again? Sounds like we don't.
I like how Yurikov is just like mixing in that command grab just perfectly. Seeing the impatience and when they just get frustrated and try to sit still, and then they feel compelled to run again. It's just kind of like it's just a cycle that just keeps repeating.
You wanted an example of textbook Axel play. We're seeing a pretty good showing so far. And it's not just playing the range game, because one of the changes that we've seen out of Yurikov, which is kind of getting them tagged at this point, is just the changing of momentum and at times sparingly running at Blue just to kind of keep them unsettled. And the combination of everything allows Yurikov to get the sweep, taking the set 3-0. That was a rough one for Blue.
Yep, that's one of those ones you got to sit down and do your homework, quote unquote.
Your homework or your soul searching?
One of the two, yeah. So we're gonna get a second Axel. I saw Doombot sit down at the or who is it?
I can't tell. I'm trying to clean my glasses real quick. Yeah, it's I see Doombot up there. You know what they say? 2 Axels are better than none.
I don't know if Blue would say that.
It sounds like Blue ain't trying to go anywhere then, because you kind of need 2 axles to get a vehicle going, right? Unless you're riding a unicycle or something like that, and that's kind of hard.
All right, Waff coming back in. All right, so we're gonna basically get a rematch of the last match of the last set there. Doombot rocking the Axel, Waff rocking that Angie. It was funny because we didn't really even see the spin from Blue now that I'm sitting here thinking about it.
Didn't get any momentum started last time. Let's see how Waff goes. Was looking for Doombot to jump out and push himself in the corner, but Doombot, quite different from our last Angie, hasn't really pressed a button at all.
All right, got the rinsing into the follow up. But Waff not disturbed in the least, really. That wasn't really a big hit to take, and Waff just maintaining corner control, getting the counter hits.
This is Doombot finally with a response, finds a 2H.
Speaking of finding a 2H, Waff found one too.
Spin into win. Spin into win.
Spins through the 5P. Getting those counter hits, racking up that damage. Might be looking at a wall break soon.
Hey, Doombot's holding on to this burst. Kind of has to with how high they got launched at that. Didn't even get a chance to really use it. Waff with a perfect.
Waff racking up those counter hits quite a bit. Ooh, gets another spit off the 2P. Nice little punish and knockdown, but Doombot's able to fight back a lot better this time.
Fight back, Doombot, fight back. That's making me think of where was I hearing that? I want to say Climax. Kind of the new thing on my mind. Good air dash. Ooh, and a 2S. And while not explosive as Yurikov, Doombot is making very good this time around, kind of stabilized. Gets the burst out of Waff as well, and has seen that situation before, has an air throw for it this time, backs up and just throws the scythe in Waff's mouth to get the first round.
Yeah, Waff went for that counter super, and Doombot was able to punish it.
You just see Angie literally swinging from downtown.
All right. That counter man throw almost cost Doombot quite a lot.
And then again, gets 2D afterwards. Step up with a throw, but a back throw. And I'm not going to argue with that one because I'm assuming Waff really wanted to keep everything going with the butterfly. Able to find the hit a little later down the road and find the second round. 1 up as we go into the third.
Wow, that's run under. Gets over the rinsing, gets a nice big combo. Setting the butterfly down. Doombot just trying to get some space, but gets caught in the spin again. He gets caught jumping away that time.
Woo! Was looking low the few times. This time letting the charge dust and Brian. Oh, look at the red.
Charge dust known for applying that heavy burst damage.
Golly, Doombot got to be careful. Wasn't ready for yet another delayed air dash. Something that Waff has been making very good use of. Gets the slam. Gonna use the super. And it's more than enough to take the second game.
Yeah, Waff has been getting a lot of mileage just from frame trapping Doombot, just in a general sense. Doombot kind of just showing that they're willing to kind of swing out of pressure to their detriment in this match.
Okay, stop the approach. They got the burst out of Waff, so things are looking a little good until that happens. Waff pumped the brakes and gets the block on the burst. It's huge. Kind of dropped the ender a little bit, but was able to stick in, especially finding another button with the spin. Aired it out, but it was a setup for the overhead. Gets the wall break. has a lot of meter to work with.
Yeah, have to use that PRC to stay alive there. Fusion we trust.
Off trying to take this and have the second sweep for the night. Stepping in, and we haven't seen the step in, I believe.
I don't believe so.
Big conversion, and Doombot doesn't have a burst for this just yet, so gonna have to hold all this and try to figure out how to survive. And that's a mystery that's gonna have to be solved in the bracket of alternative success. Waft with a perfect taking the set 3-0.
Waft just kind of just being very determined in us hounding Axel down. And whenever Doombot tried to like gain space and put buttons out there, usually was met with those kind of counters as we saw in that air-to-air situation. So yeah, Waft just general game plan was just never let Doombot be comfortable, and Doombot generally was pretty aggressive about, defending themselves, which led to some pretty tragic results.
Never back down, never surrender. We going in! So with that being said, we still have to move on through the bracket. It's still got a lot of action here tonight on Zonebreakers Online number 41. Up next, we're going to have Bisou coming back up. Going to be squaring up against Toy Story. Assuming this is the original.
Yeah, we got P2W. Another P2W player coming up.
Playing to win. P2W's been here for quite some time. Here in the FGC as a whole.
Yep. They always been like a big part of the scene, and then it just kind of was an era where they were just kind of lurking around. But with the GG Strive, they've been coming out, especially like to the 404 tournaments and stuff, trying to make themselves known as a powerhouse in this game.
Game they like, what can you say? People show up for games they like, and then they have multiple avenues to play it. They can play it offline, they can play it online. Yeah, that's just cause to resurrecting the squad for yet another ride.
Eno versus Kai. And we saw Bisou maintaining a very, very aggressive but a stable mid-range game versus Leo earlier. So we'll see if that similar strategy works for all of Eno's mobility and whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be a shame if Kai was looking for a far slash and Eno just kind of slid under it, and that's how we started things off.
Yeah, it looks like Bisou is just like aggressively chasing and just swinging it there for the most part. He's not quite sure where to find Eno.
I think get a nice conversion. A little bit of a blunder at the end, dropping the conversion, but it was looking okay until Bisou was able to make some space, and this was going to be huge. Ride the light.
Yep, Kai definitely no slouch when it comes to racking up the rewards in the corner.
Big dive and a counter hit. Trade counter hit that Toy Story will gladly take. Looking for a couple of overheads. Second one denied by a DP. Here comes Beast.
Big counter hit, close S. These are looking pretty good for Bisou. Yeah, Bisou's getting hit and tagged, but Toy Story for the most part has not been able to like run the Eno game, because it's either just a clip or Bisou's just gonna DP out.
Right. It's not like Eno is really going to be able to beat Kai in the damage race here, especially when her burst is getting blocked like that. Bisou waiting long enough to let Toy Story hang themselves, gets the jab and gets the first counter hit 2S to start off the second one, leading to a throw charge stun edge, looking for a button. Can't find anything just yet. This gets the burst out of Toy Story.
Stun edge with RC, a Kai classic. Letting Bisou keep control here. But Toy Story gets the knockdown, the block nope, but the pressure is not quite tight enough, and he's able to stop it with a 6B.
Coming over the top this time, stepping up. Bar kick. Yeah, I think I can technically still say that. Bar kick getting the first round. The kick's pretty important in Bisu's kit because I've seen a couple of times looking for 2Ks just to keep the strokes in check, and all this has been added up to make it really hard for Toy Story to feel comfortable trying to slide in. Using a couple of overheads, gets a block, but can't find a big hit just yet, and got checked up. RC conversion from Bisu.
Oh, good block on the charged dust, and manages to get the side change, the knockdown. So, and again, those DPs doing work, and yeah.
Got left high and dry with that one.
Like, I'm pretty sure only one DP has not hit the mark so far. It whiffed, but there was no punishment, so Bisu doesn't really have no incentive to stop here.
Stopped in time to see the stroke, get a throw a little bit later. Oh,
nice fadeaway to punish the stroke, though.
He is really trying to press the issue with the 5K into the charged dust. Fadeaway doesn't have the depth just yet, but still sticking on top of Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story playing the angles, but they can't quite find one that let them in.
Just the mobility of Bisu's really been doing well for it. I couldn't get a DP out there in time.
That's gonna be Lance with a jump H counter hit, and yeah, that was enough to turn things in Toy Story's favor. Finally puts the first round on the board for them.
And it's an important one too, since it's the first round of Game 3. Trying to get a decent break here, but fighting off the back. And you see Bisu just strolling in. Couldn't find Eno though. Toy Story in the air looking for an overhead for the meaty. Broken the tree.
Right. Fadeaway jump S. And yeah, one thing I started to notice, the momentum shift here. Oh, goes for the Megalomania. But yeah, Bisu hasn't really had an answer for just Toy Story up backing in the corner.
Not at all. Up backing in the corner, up backing in neutral, up back at any point in time. That seems to be the key to keep Toy Story alive enough to get him the first game. Still needs 2 more to stay on the top side of the bracket. Charging in, stroking the big tree.
Nice counter hit confirmed. Gets a little too cheeky. It was contained by the Kai 6B there.
Eventually stepping in and getting the burst. Using a burst of his own. I don't want to be here. You can have the crown. It's all yours, ma'am.
Yeah, there it is again. You see those aggressive neutral jumps to try to check stuff like stroke and just be ready for anti here. Yeah, I saw the 6H start up. That was not good for Toy Story, but again, this is still pretty anyone's game until again those neutral jumps, checking the movement.
Part of me believes that Toy Story didn't know what side they were on, but I think I saw Eno crouching at the end of that anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
Side broke with the jump H. Big stuff, big hit for Bisu. Another big hit. The wall break.
One is huge, means so much. Toy Story still has a burst to work with, but there it is. But at this point, it's like good luck.
Yeah, it pretty much just had to burn it there because that's the last round.
Last round, Eno on her last legs, and they literally got swept out from under her as Bisu taking the set 3-1. 3-1. 3-1. Okay. Like I already forgot. It was the Bisu show. Toy Story able to put up a little bit of a fight, but yeah, not enough to contain the beast that is Kai Kisuke.
Not able to just like really keep that ball flowing the way you would want as the DPs, and just pressure, and I guess the setups were not as tight as they probably needed them to be.
Right. And I guess as nice as it is, it's kind of telling for like tell the story if the big thing that's standing out as the adjustment is a defensive option,
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's good and everything. Like you got to be able to defend yourself to stay in the game. I'm a big proponent to that, but like still got to be able to make it go somewhere.
For sure. All right, so we're gonna have a big match of bruises here. Saucy Grandma up on the screen for the first time. That green Potemkin. And Cosmic back with that soul.
The Hulk Potemkin. A little too dark for Christmas colors, though. Yeah, the Christmas tree Potemkin.
I got a little too cheeky with the flick and gets hit by Cosmic. Gets big confirmed.
Getting doffed everywhere. Geez, gonna be a wall break. It is more than a wall break. Got punched clear out of the round.
Meanwhile, on the ground, on the middle of the canyon here. Oh, nice flick on the gun flame. But Cosmic just comes right back on in.
You said it earlier. Cosmic is the definition of relentless at this point. Getting checked up with a sweep. Oh, and just punched in the dome piece for trying to press the button. Looking again to try to move. Blocking is not in Cosmic vocabulary at all. Trying to presumably move away or stop Hot Busters and Saucy is just going to keep laying on the button.
Yeah, that round was decided by two close SPs.
Right.
Nice slide head, the knockdown. Cosmic undeterred like usual. It jukes the throw, comes back in for the big damage.
Just Loops 2021.
That's what we got. Ooh, 6P on the Binded Revolver follow-up.
Chasing through with the Roman, gonna get a second heat knuckle.
Alright, what's the setup?
A block.
Yeah, I guess with Cosmic seeing that, with Saucy seeing that Cosmic's not too keen on blocking on the wake-up situations, it's either a swing with invincibility, but the Night Raid Vortex coming in for the round. In the game.
Big V sliding under the H.
He's clipped by the gun flame in the corner where you don't want to be versus Soul. It punishes the Mega Fist on hits since it is or rather challenges it. But here we go. Gonna head first, try to get him that wall break. And that was the perfectly timed slide head. And again,
I dare say, yo, that was anime. Uh-oh.
Not quite range for the Garuda, but punishes the burst.
No, especially with the drop conversion afterwards. Able to stop the second vortex in. Kind of a crazy trade. No, we're gonna keep hitting the ground.
Goes for the Kara Garuda for the second one and manages to contain Cosmic there. And Saucy is kind of keyed in on the fact that Cosmic's main objective is I'm coming back in if you hit me. It is punishing the Night Raid Vortexes and stuff with the slide heads. And it's just generally ready for the comeback. And whoa, what a combo.
Yeah, started from a long range Garuda that was working pretty well in footsies, but here comes Cosmic trying to tie everything back up, taking a trade from a slide head, and just gets clamped.
Try to put that Mega Fist face out there. Goes for the 6P heat knuckle, and that should be the round. In the game. Game 2 go to get Saucy Grandma.
Saucy Grandma has been doing so well with the 6Ps in response to a Bandit Revolver, whether it's like the follow-up or just like the space and time that Cosmic's thinking about doing it.
Yeah. And generally, Soul has with the latest patch, Soul has the ability to choose whether he can do this, choose whether he is going to do the second hit of the revolver, but generally Cosmic's going to go for the second hit.
You knew it had to happen at some point in time, right?
Always Potemkin. We can't see it. We're not allowed. It's classified information.
Oh, is that what it is? The secret weapon? Oh, man. So what you're saying is Saucy Grandma's taking the set.
I don't know what classified weapon Pacific's working with that we're not allowed to see, but I guess that's gonna be the case if history is repeating itself.
I'm gonna tell you what this is. I'm gonna tell you what this. You're not gonna believe it, all right?
What's that?
I've got the deets. I've got the lore. I know what Potemkin players have that they don't want society to see.
What is it?
They have a dash.
Oh, gotta pull up the curtains. He can't see this.
That's the secret weapon. Not having to use slide head to get in. Not slide head. Not having to use hammerfall to get. Yeah. Not having to use one of the moves. Just being able to pull up all willy nilly on his own accord. Cosmic able to keep it competitive though, was down to a pixel and took the second round. So however that match is going, they're in round 3. I'm just waiting to see an update and see half a bar gone.
Oh, there it is.
I looked away for 1 second because I saw a message on Discord. Now, Saucy Grandma not looking good at all, down to a pixel and a prayer. And that looks like it's going to be the... Wait a minute, there's the magic pixel. There is no pixel.
Pop Buster, we saw.
Awesome. Wasn't enough as there's no heart left in the Potemkin. And that's going to be Cosmic SR taking the third game up 2-1 over Saucy Grandma before we can hopefully get back in here.
It's like the dash technology didn't work. All right, there we go. So game 4, same characters.
Here we go. Back that slide head, I'm in.
Gets a big chunk of damage, gets the corner. It's not gonna give up that momentum and decides to use that burst as a, almost offensive sense there. Cosmic trying to burst themselves.
And I kind of feel like how Cosmic is somewhat programmed to always vortex when getting bursted. Grandma on the other end generally is looking for slide hit. Might be a response to vortex, but something to be a little mindful of.
It's that backwards mega fish using that frame advance to get a big counter hit.
Knock it off!
Gets thrown out of something. Goes ahead and use that. Wake up the RC. I think caught a backdash as well.
Yeah. 2S for the start. 6S this time, getting under the flick. And guess who's here again?
Yep. Seeing that pattern quite a bit. Wonder if they're looking for the Karuta there. Nonetheless, we had a whiff. It was not ready for the Night Raid Vortex that time.
And it looks like that's the one that mattered, as Cosmic was able to ride in through the night, get the second round, threatening with match point. Stepping under and getting a 5K. Yo, we in it.
Forest.
Let's go!
Goes the basket for the wall break. What do we got next? Goes that back up against the gun flame, but what? Giving Cosmic just a slight move, just a slight moment to breathe, but it don't last long.
I love this game! Out here with a matchstick for his sword, Soul still out here throwing hands. My man slid up there and said, Los Monos, let's go.
Oh, wow. Not afraid to hit somebody twice his size.
Cosmic SR 3-1 over Salty Grandma. Was able to beat the hidden tech of Potemkin players. That says a lot.
And that wraps up winners quarters. All right, so we're gonna run into winner semis with Yurikov versus Waff. Yurikov started out with Axel, but now it's going to Milia.
Huh. Could have been sitting in the spectator seats and didn't like the idea of trying to stand up to an Angie of Waff's caliber. Possibly looking to run at said Angie, which hasn't been working so far.
I got punished with the spider spin. And yeah, I guess I imagine that they probably watched the Doombot match and was like, oh, they look like they have an idea how this is gonna play out, so I'm not doing this to myself.
Might have to try it because that first round was that was a Waff round.
All right, gets over the poke, gets a block, tick throw, Milia doing her thing, but I don't get the feeling that the Milia setups are that I guess nurtured, but we'll see.
There's still a little bit of time. Have to see where it goes. This was looking a lot better for Yurikov. Getting to the backside and was waiting for a second to look for the throw, but Waff just walks away from it. Waff, I'm gonna assume was looking for winger.
Yeah, I mean, there. There's nothing to it, and Yurikov has the space to still move around, forcing the.
Yeah, gotta tuck that one. Poor little butterfly got ripped out of the skies by a buzzsaw. Waff is on the run.
Chasing Waff down.
A hot pursuit, not gonna let Waff get settled at all. Yurikov running and getting the second round. Here we go in the third one. Things are starting to line up a little.
Waff in the Fujin, trying to box in Yurikov. Yurikov using that movement to deny it. There we go. Got a cross up.
Decent amount of damage. That's high damage for Milia, I would assume.
This before the wall break for the knockdown.
So what if there's a chance for it? Burst just to keep Waff in this one, but looking pretty rough. Gets an anti-air counter hit, so a little bit of life. Gold burst. All right, good luck.
Go ahead, I could use that 100 meter.
Had a Pullman and a Yeoman for it. Still trying to work in the trade, a trade that Waff can't afford to make again. Yurikov will gladly look for another one. A Pullman just to get a little bit of space. A second Pullman for more space. This one finding Yurikov trying to escape out of the corner. But I don't know how many times I've seen an Angie go for that jump. I know it's from the spin. I can't think of what button it is. Go for that tonight, and I don't think I've seen it hit.
Yeah, we've seen Waff use that quite a bit, and usually it's almost ended their momentum and gotten them killed quite a few times. So Yurikov first on the board here, really looking pretty alright.
Had to warm up in the first round, but the second two were pretty good, especially the last one. Aye.
Process Andy here, forcing Waff off the burst and coming down with the jump H.
First, just keep the center stage and able to charge in. 2D hit there. Disc 2D, 2K, excuse me. I mean, they're all kicks. Pretty sure they all work the same to everybody else. You get tagged in the toes. Winger for the wall break.
That goes for the meaty. Oh, bad moon. First one of the set.
And that was at a really good time, too. After the first close S and waiting a little bit to go for the low, really kind of cooked Waff into looking for another one. Bad moon shining over the sky to get the first round. In the second one, though, getting to the backside, I believe.
Yeah, Yurikov was making a very liberal use of the cross-up jump H, whether it's blocked or not, because it's like I get to hit or I get to start my turn.
Well, you'd stop for a second. Was there a button there? None just yet. So this is going to be a huge, monumental, devastating punish for a Waff. That was like 75.
Really getting on that sword with the RC and taking back that momentum. So now we're pretty much at an even game here.
You said a sword. The damage that Yurikov has done so far. Wait a second.
Yeah,
I mean, even still, that damage was like a plastic butter knife.
Yeah, that is true. Really making a lot of good use with that run up close S, given how high it goes. Reminiscent of a move in Xer.
Stop. She needed it. They should have never changed. It's like there's no change with Yurikov going low on the first one, block on the bad move. Actually, really good defense for Waff to get out of that one.
Definitely needed. And pulling Milia's health down, using the fadeaway jump H for a big counter hit. Oh, nice conversion off the dust.
Dare say that's a bit of a Waff signature that we've seen through the night. And that would be a Yurikov signature, finding the disc into just like the floater of a JK to get the overhead conversion to the wall break. Another close S. This time going to the backside. Waff ready for it.
Right with the 6P.
Second, using the yeoman. Hitting in the air, and this is a opportunity for Yurikov that's been set up time and time again, looking for so many options off of the close S. And this time just catching Waff asleep at the wheel.
Go ahead, just burst that jump H off the crouch hit there. Yurikov's not gonna let Waff get any of those opportunities. He's willing to use that burst just to like let you feel as helpless as possible.
The double H, the air dash H from the block one has been doing pretty good for Yurikov as of late.
Mm-hmm. Nice gymnastics from Yurikov to avoid that.
The Bowman grab. And then another floater JK. Is this going to be enough? Has the meter for the winger. Doesn't want to try it for getting there. Just uses the JH for the break.
ERC is able to get Waff started, at least as fresh it goes. But yeah, Yuriko just kind of getting up there. A lot of using that strategy of just kind of painting the air in front of them, trying to just keep Waff from approaching at all. And it pays off with the win for the last game.
Man, with the way that one ended, I think we might have to call a judge to get a ruling on that hitbox, because I'm pretty sure Milia was looking the wrong way. That was a really deep run to get the close S to close it out.
Using a lot of those signature Milia strategies, running away and punishing your opponent for chasing you, or swarming them when you feel they kind of slow down. So that was a pretty good showing from Yurikov, putting Waff down.
No, I'm just laughing at the idea. Running away, running in. So you mean running around like a bat out of hell, huh?
Pretty much. Not just swinging at a bee, hoping it doesn't sting you.
That's one of those murder bees.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man, Billy the murder bee.
Oh wow. All right, so we got Bizu and Cosmic.
No, this is the match straight off the box.
Yep. So it's like, yeah, we see Bizu perfectly willing to swing. Cosmic kind of the same way as we opening round. They both kind of go for it.
The opening ceremony between two DP characters.
Pretty much.
Ooh. That was a huge drop of Bizu sticking with it, getting a throw afterwards. Charge stun edge, stopped by a yeoman.
Tries to kind of put something on the with the gunplane there, but 5K too fast.
And a delayed jump hopping over the 2P is going to be enough for Cosmic to seal the deal in the first round.
I think Beast is going to open DP again.
Oh, okay.
Nope. But good jump H.
Got the 5K out there. A lot of time to see that, especially with Bijou backing up. A little late on the burst. I mean, doesn't want to give Cosmic the position, but the damage had already been done at that point. Ooh, this one's huge. A lot is riding on that. No, you!
How brave are you?
But even that isn't enough to get Cosmic out of the round as Bijou's getting rocked after the restart, able to hold on and get the equalizer.
when in doubt, just do it again.
I just liked how it looked to us, right? Just and then I 6-8. Cosmic, jeez, with a wild throw too.
The RC and Bijou it kind of pretty much forced a burst because the round was about to end there.
You know, part of me wants to make the joke that Bijou wishes they never made that change to let you RC from a wild throw, but I mean, that would have just been the end right there.
Yeah. Trying to use that stun edge to keep Cosmic contained.
Ah! Big Duff with the Fafnir. Hold up. And I honestly don't blame Cosmic for doing the Viper at that point, because I'm assuming the plan was if there was any hit, burst to keep control.
Yeah, I can see that. But Bijou's the one in control now. So that wall break comes in with the stun edge accompanied by that 50 meters. And that same IED in the jump H. A lot of mileage in that.
Yeah, and the thing, ooh. Getting a dust to close it out. The thing that's been standing out to me, though, is that Bijou's been very adamant for air dashing over the gunflame. I mean, that's what the tutorial teaches you to do, right? And Cosmic has been pretty good for getting the gunflames out early and having a response. The one time that there was none, that's the round that Bijou get.
Alright, Bijou bullying back in with Stun Dipper RC. Cosmic coming out of the gate with those power S's, trying to find the mark. Not quite making it, but no real heavy punishment there.
Clearing the high bar one more time, getting in 6 feet, getting the burst out of Cosmic. Needs it to stay afloat. Long range vortex, and Bijou not going to give too much damage. Stepping up, sliding into home plate, and getting a point for the Kai team. Just like I said, the Keyskate team.
There's that jump ace landing on the counter hit, and wake up DP. Cosmic in control now.
Ooh, yeah, that one looking kind of dangerous for the hit that Bijou took, but looks like Cosmic is still going to be able to get the reward afterwards using the meter for the break. 6H again. 6H. Oh, nah, step up and throw. Oh.
It's a clip. Yep.
Gets the space, 2 stepping up. Oh, that was huge. Bijou still trying to bring this back after a huge opportunity goes to the wayside, sliding in with the RC, wasn't ready for the Yeoman.
Yeah, reached in for that grab. And, Cosmic takes that opportunity to switch things around.
Cosmic's been pretty good with the YRC so far throughout the set. I believe that's the 3rd one, maybe only the 2nd one, but has found really good opportunities to keep Bijou in check. Just like using the 6H on the restart from a wall break.
It is again. She doesn't bite this time again. It's pretty much a given that if Bijou has 50 meters, it's like a 90% chance that the stun dipper's coming. Right? It's just one of those things that Cosmic probably should be scouting for.
Good start for Bijou, very good, especially waiting for the DP getting a block. Pretty close to one sequence away from taking it. Wasn't looking for the burst though, but still really strong position to get the 3rd game. Roman Yeoman, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, Yeah, Bizu not definitely not afraid to push the issue. And Cosmic's kind of the same way. They're very similar players, but it just kind of plays out like slightly different, just based on how the characters work.
Yeah, I like that idea from Cosmic. Was foregoing the anti-air and letting Bizu land, just dunk them on the head with the bringer.
Nice 6 from Cosmic. Bonus to 6 to jump H.
Oh, yo, the fast RC into the dust.
Cosmic wants to keep that momentum. Manages to get over the gun flame, and this is pretty huge for Bizu.
Let's take the break. There it is. Look out for the 6H. Hey, we made it.
Third time to charge.
Wasn't ready for the dust counter hit. Doesn't get a conversion from it because it wasn't charged. Didn't have any meter to throw behind it either, but Cosmic still on the offensive, getting tripped up by a stun dipper.
On the verge of making this a winner's final.
Block again. Cosmic holding on to the burst. There's a drop.
Using those kind of frames from the extra block stun from blocking from the air to get that counter hit. Good stuff from Cosmic there.
And I kind of wanted the 2K was looking for that burst, didn't find it, but still looking okay. Here comes Bizu though. 5K into charge dust.
Yeah, just goes ahead, just takes Cosmic burst off the table. That's a pretty decent reward here.
Throw. Such an important throw. Back throw into the corner. Bizu under assault. How are they going to survive? Getting stopped by a DP and a big 5K.
You don't get it, turd. Yeah, Cosmic definitely needed that to stay in the game. So real clutch situation for them. So if they can make it out, they can take it to the next game.
Had the timing for gun flames as the lake gets a big counter hit, tossing Soul against the wall time and time again. Eventually going to get the break, looking for another 6-8. No, this time Cosmic is holding on for dear life. This gets a block and a punish and a side swap.
This is huge for Cosmic, but looks like this is over now.
Yeah, Bizu's holding on to the DP that Cosmic was looking for. Little delayed response, but waits long enough for lightning to strike and give Bizu everything that they need to make it to winners finals.
So they'll go fight Yurikov. Yeah, I imagine Cosmic was like trying to stay out of that DP spacing. I don't know if they were quite out of that spacing, but try to keep the pressure going, and was probably really not considering Ride the Lightning coming out, and that was unfortunate for them.
That was like the first one of the set, yeah?
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind, as they say.
Indeed.
I say as they say. I haven't heard that in ages. But no, it's an old saying that is still very true for obvious reasons.
So that would be Yurikov versus Bizu for the finals. That should be interesting. I'm guessing we're gonna get a Millie again.
Maybe. Possibly Angie. Or Axel, excuse me. So one of the A characters, Axel. Like I just as a blank slate, I can see justification for both of them, because I mean, they're both characters in modern fighting games, and it's not like they're very lopsided in design nowadays. But to some degree, I could see Bizu being grounded enough for Yurikov's liking to try to play, or possibly also like not being as agile to get around like the command throws and being able to weave away from the 2S's or just the whole family of anti-airs, right? But on the other end of the spectrum, Yurikov might not even want to go through the headache of trying to wait and react, or even predict, however you want to put it, what moves Bisou is going to play it might want to just play checkers as well with Millie.
Yeah, it definitely can't go either way.
One of the luxuries somebody has when they're willing to play multiple characters, as somebody would probably bluntly put it at this point, gets the opportunity, gets the choice to play fast or play slow, however they want to play. That's what I do when I pick my character. I pick fast when I pick a slow one. Because those are the only way characters operate. They only go fast, they go slow.
Oh boy.
Let me stop. But even though I'm stopping, you shouldn't be stopping just yet, because while we are waiting for whoever we're waiting on, I couldn't tell who's queued up. That means you've got a second to check out the Matcherino. No. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat will bring up the link to tonight's event, Zonebreakers Online number 41. Log in with your favorite social media, and if you didn't get the word a little bit earlier, Matcherino has changed just a little bit. You're going to log in with your favorite social media. You're going to look over. You're not going to see claim coupon. We ain't got those around. But we've got a lot more sponsor requests that you can do for the free additions to the pot. So while you got a second, check out a couple of YouTube, subscribe to some pages, check out a couple of Twitters, see what kind of trash people throwing out there. And yes, I'm saying trash not because of the people, but because it's Twitter, and we know that's all people do on Twitter. They just hate the world out there. Follow a couple of those as well. Retweet some products out there, because that's the good that you have. And if you are feeling generous, or if you really just want me to be quiet, if you're feeling generous, you ain't got to do this. You could donate your own money to the pot. And you don't have to do that. We would appreciate it. However you want to get it done. Merge? You want me to talk about merge?
Oh yeah, we gotta see this slide in a minute, huh?
It's like very few and far between. Zonebreakers is still pushing their merch store. It says now live. It's been live. You can hop over there to zonebreakers.creator-spring.com and pick up a wide array of apparel, mugs, anything you like. You want shirts, you still sitting in warm weather like South Georgia, Florida, you can get yourself a t-shirt. You're everywhere else in the nation. You're feeling a little bit of the fall. Some of you are probably thinking it's winter already. You can get yourself a hoodie and bundle up.
All right, so it looks like we're going with Millie here from Eureka. That run under process, but Beezy with that signature corner throw.
Looking for 3 scoops, trying to get a card out of us. Met with a burst, but still in a pretty good position. Waited for the winger. This is yeah, I like that choice. Woo! But it wasn't good enough. Over here comes Yuri Cobb. Taking the lead with that conversion. Staying front side. Still found a counter hit though. Gets to the backside with the disc.
I wonder if BZ tried to 6P, not believing that jump H is going to be deep enough.
Possible and probable.
Ooh. Like you recall, just or Bizu just punished the fuzzy guard there, because you saw Millie like crouch, stand up, and then crouch back again. So that was actually pretty clever how that played out.
Right. Was waiting to see if Yurikov was willing to give up the burst. Gonna hold on to it and let Bizu get the perfect in the second round.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna hold on to that one.
And it was enough to stop the onslaught for a second, but here comes Bizu again, getting a wall break, charging at charged Milia, electrified Milia. I forget the exact term for it. Doesn't matter, and she's getting shocked by another lightning strike.
Due to positive bonus, was able to pull up another 50 meter after burning the RC. One of the benefits.
Man, would you imagine that? The power of positivity propelling Kai through the first round.
Alright, here comes opting to back up this time. But here's the mark with the jump H. Getting Bizu to burn that burst. Bizu trying to find a hit here.
Ilya not deterred, got kicked out and dove right back in, waited for the DP. Staying front side this time with the disc and getting a full conversion. Enough for the round?
Looks like it. Yeah, I like how Yurkov backed up, just like I see the 50 meter here. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, just dancing around a little bit. Sliding in with the command dash. Blocking the overhead from Bisu. Still stuck in the corner. Iron Savior, I think that's called, if I remember correctly.
The RC for an overhead mix.
To trade. Ooh, and the Bowman.
I wonder if that was meant to be a YRC, but yeah, it didn't land there.
The way Yurikov just casually excusing themselves from the corner one more time, but Bisu trying to shove them back in, doubling down on the close S is Yurikov. Front side with the JH, using the Bowman. Good block from Yurikov, but blocking far too long for Yurikov's taste. Taking the throw and taking the second game. Tied up on a piece, trying to see who's moving on to Grand. Trying to see who's getting the lead to move on to Grand.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, here we go.
All right, he's trying to control with that air, those air-to-airs. Now, we're not gonna give Millie a stationary target to constantly approach.
Right. Gets to the backside and gets the burst out of her. Yo, if at first it don't succeed, nah, bruh, it's gonna succeed.
Goes for the OTG. I guess tried to go for a safe jump off the OTG, but quite missed the timing. Uh-oh, I saw 5K come out. Yeah, there it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You were just talking about missed timings, eh?
All right, Bisu putting that meter to work, getting that wall break.
Yo, what if there was I was about to say, what if there was just another winger? But a yeoman into a box dash cross up JH.
Keeping the conservative approaches to round start, and then like kind of gauging their way back in, and to good effect.
I feel like Yurikov's really been running like the same script for the most part in the beginning, and it's just what does Bisu do for response? That time was staying on the ground to let Yurikov in, and Yurikov has came in the front door, ran out the back so far. Staying on the front side, gets the conversion with the meter. This is going to be a wall break. Where do we go after we stand up again? Blocking the cross up, but still can't get away.
Just kept Bisu completely contained. So we'll see if Bisu is looking for that disengage from round start. Yeah, takes up the space at least.
Yurikov was kind of ready for it. Just had like the sharp reaction with the button getting out there. Didn't hit anything directly, but showing that it's not an autopilot.
Mm-hmm. Yurikov burns the burst, gets out of the corner, but we're back at it. We're back out.
We're just casually letting Bisu float above, gets a close S, gets a throw as well. Front side gets down the time against the DP. That's going to be RC to get away, but taking the meter is really important to set up this opportunity right here. With a jab check.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was again another preemptive YRC, but there was no response from Bisu.
So even better, right? I mean, I was going to take it. Yo, man, you give me a BRC? Sure. Oh, that one's huge. Says for the starter. Can't find the follow-up hit afterwards. Bisu's able to fall back, reset, but not for long. Got caught with another close S.
Yeah, went up into the air to try to keep Bisu there, but meet Yurikov there, but Yurikov didn't bite.
Winger. Not going to be enough to take the round, but You're kind of in a really good position to move on the grands.
Yurikov looking for a reversal there, but Vizu held strong and was able to keep the momentum going.
Check again. Ooh, and a 2D. Left only on a pixel. Is it possible?
You know, we got the corner and we got the meter, but fadeaway jump ace says otherwise.
Too big of a gap. Yurikov was holding up back just to get the space to take a page out of Kai's playbook. Play the range game with what little range Milia has, and it's enough to make enough space for Yurikov in grand. Yeah, it's looks like Milia was the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Milia is actually the main and we didn't know till now.
It's actually more likely because after seeing it play out, but at the very least, you know, there's basics there with both characters, so I feel like Yurikov could probably lean on Axel if needed.
Are you trying to lean on Axel though? Do you really want to put that drama into somebody's day to day?
Hey, it's not my day.
That's true.
So I'm guessing Cosmic and Doombot are playing out their match, and then we'll get loser semis on stream. That's my guess of what's going to happen next.
Possibly and probably. So, I mean, that means we have a moment. I'm not going to run through the whole gamut again, but if you've been trying to find some time to get some of those sponsor quests done for Matcherino, this would be a pretty good time.
Indeed. Just put an exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat for the details and hit some of those sponsor requests if you got the time.
If they got the time. What else are they doing right now? They trying to get a quick round of Apex in or something?
You're right.
Drop it. Now, what they could be playing, though, is they could be doing a little bit of the, what is that? KOF All-Stars.
Oh, getting them Guilty Gear characters.
Yeah. Somebody made a tweet yesterday just talking about the fact that you could have Soul versus The Rock in KOF. Like, yeah.
It's pretty insane, yeah.
Even though it's a far cry for the tree I've been barking up for a while, it kind of leads into the idea that in the near future, I wholeheartedly believe that a franchise name is just going to be a system, and there are going to be a bunch of random characters from random places.
I mean, that's generally where we've been headed to, and it looks like we're gonna have Waff, and I think that is Doombot. Yeah, so got another rendition of Axel versus Angie.
This is the same one that we've had earlier, though. The first full set.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was a full set that conventionally went into Waff Faber 3-0. Let's see if they can have a repeat or if Doombot has some save for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Doombot's doing all right so far until they got tagged by that Fusion there. And getting the punish off the spin there. But the next 2H hits the mark.
And I'm pretty sure that was the ender that Doombot was looking for the first time. Having to use the burst there, but able to come in and get under Waff. Can't find Waff in the air, though, who's able to literally waft in the air there and get out of the corner.
That's really clever use of Angie's jump dust to just kind of like slightly alter that landing timing and punish Doombot.
You want to talk about slightly altering timings in the air, delayed air dash. Woo.
Got the back dash. It's looking like a wall break.
Decent amount of damage. Using the quick Bowman to come in and caught a button on the way out the door. Wow. Had a little bit, ran into a little contention in the first round, but the second one, pretty good.
All right, goes for the throw versus the spin. since Angie's tend to like to use that round start and it gets 2 throws and 2 charge dust. Was baiting the burst, but I guess decided to try to go ahead and get that hit in.
Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Full reversal super.
Couple of big pokes from downtown in a trade, but that one's not a trade right there. That is clearly in Wild's favor, finding a big counter hit, stepping in with the super. Is it enough?
Gonna YRC. Okay, that's interesting. That's not what I expected.
Me neither. Everything that Wolf needed to get out of that round.
It starts off with a good knockdown punish on Axel, which is always a premium.
I felt like that was a little bit of a Serlin moment right there. Ooh, wait a second. Hold on. 3 scoops. Danger.
Pretty sure there was a 4-for-1 cover if it went for the first.
Yeah. Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
2 on the board relatively quickly for Wolf.
And it's kind of surprising because it looked like Doombot had a little bit more fight with the way the first round went, but the second, third, and fourth one just haven't really had a response from Wolf at all.
But I think it's getting much better now.
Has a little bit of life. Got sick and tired of looking at the throw to the butterfly instead of trying to move. Got clipped and eventually had to burst. Wolf able to jump in close enough to get a couple of 2Ps. Coming in again with the low.
Got the backdash again. Yeah, Doombot is generally not one, based on what we've been seeing today, to just kind of just wait to see what happens on Wake Up, except for those butterflies.
Right.
And so Watson, a lot of, models off catching backdash and buttons.
Later dash again. Getting a reset this time, catching the backdash. A hail of tricks coming out of Wolf.
Punishing that 2-8 for being done so closely. That's been a big thing in the set too.
Just waiting to field Doombot as he comes in, using the Roman. So again, in a in-game scenario with not a lot of meter to really work with, and with that allows Wolf to get out and find the set-winning hit. Takes it in yet another sweep over Doombot.
Yeah, I like how they just waited at the very end, just like, burn out your meter and burn out your options, and then I'll move. And it worked out perfectly. So, Wolf's gonna go meet Bizu for losers finals.
Tale of these two, they met at the end of the road of alternative success. Yada yada, blah blah. Looks like we're already getting into it.
Yep, no hesitation. Let's keep the momentum going. So with like the high active playstyle of Bizu, I kind of wonder if Wolf's gonna get a lot of mileage out of spinning this match.
I would imagine so. Totally imagine so. I mean, that's a pretty good start, and was hoping that Bisu was going to be high enough to get under the burst, but still success nonetheless.
Finally lands a jump ace there.
There's one spin.
There's the DP to block the charge dust there. Just waits for the landing, recovery, and just punishes the button. I should say stuff.
Only with a pixel. Waff's looking to close this out, but runs into a 6P. Nice backdash, though. Just had every clue that throw was coming.
All right, not too impatient versus the fireballs. Finally waits for the turn, but a little impatient with that burst there, but no big deal as ultimately didn't get harmed for it. There it is. That's a knockdown for Angie. Beezy goes ahead and spins the meter to keep Waff contained in the corner. Now we're just in the other corner. Now we're back mid-screen.
Waff trying to run, but can't really get away from Bisou, so eventually just getting a throw and a nice 5D uncharged conversion.
Out of the jump, just not quite in range for the air threat.
Nah, this is the charge one right here.
Favorite move there. Are you gonna keep blocking low? Can you see this?
Skip throw.
There we go again.
Do it again. Kick throw. Do it again.
Missed the timing.
Get the knockdown and do it again.
I think it's a nice little counter hit punishment there, but there's another backdash on the grab. And I think Waff will get the burst in time. Oh, never mind. That's not a kill combo.
I mean, it was still there, but Bisou was able to block it.
Oh. Okay, that was really awkward. Goes for the OTG butterfly and catches the air there. That was just, I guess, a lot of scrambling, and Waff just happened to get ahead there because that was totally Bisou's round.
Yeah, that was just a wild end. And, Waff running with it, getting a spin and a throw to start things off. Low this time, actually breaking the sequence.
All right, punish on the Fujin. Just gets a counter hit. Looking at a wall break. Nope, just drop combo, but things are still looking all right for Waff.
Getting tagged up, but it's not the worst just yet. Bisou taking the play out of Waff's playbook with a kick throw. Ooh, let me in. I dare say Bisou messed around and found out with that one as Waff firing from the back foot, eventually getting a throw and able to survive that round.
All right, starting off with a big counter hit Fujin. Wall break already off the first sequence and no burst to stop it. So we're already at like 60%.
I dare say that's the optimal starter.
Indeed. Trying to go for that Fujin again, but gets clipped on by the jump S on the way down from Bisou. And Bisou is taking control now.
Wall breaks the room. Jumps away from the Bowman grab, I believe that is. Both of the spinning meter. We're just dumping all the meter. It's a stock market crash. Get rid of it. 4 Romans, 4 cancels in like 7 seconds.
Welcome to our positive bonus cell. All meter must go. Marked off. 20%, 30%.
It's a perfect night for it too. Everything you can find on a Black Friday.
Can't get rid of this meter fast enough, folks. Alright, he stopped. So Waff on the charge, using that meter to keep the momentum going. Manages to box these in the court.
Yeah, you said stop, but we still got to get rid of some meters.
We do.
Ooh, 6 feet. Stepping in, but was standing a little too close to Waff for the liking. Going in a Bowman, slapped in the mouth.
Yep. Just glided back and got that big hit. 2-0 from Waff.
Only needs one more to take Bisou's seat and move on to Grand to square off against Yurika.
Waff the one that got caught out of backdash this time. Then they stop the butterfly. Bisou gonna hunker down. But, ends up running into the open arms of Angie there.
And there's some important information from that little bit of a sequence. That time for the throw butterfly, we saw Bisou trying to up back away from it. So, gotta be a little mindful of it. Here we go again. Roll holding down back this time. Now stop!
Get a nice chunk of damage into the grab, and there's that super. But not close enough for the animation. was a good idea in theory, but as long as Beast was sitting on 50 meter, you can't really punish it on the way down.
Right. Woff's really been leaning into JKs as of late after getting the first one a little bit earlier and using it as a long range poke. It's been having some mediocre success.
Ooh, big counter hit, no burst. This might actually be the end.
Should be. And it is. Step up taking a 5D. Woff 1 round away from making it back up to the top side.
Right. So one boxed in with that jump K, manages to get the corner.
Dual song. Still finds the counter hit, not the exact counter hit that Beast was looking for. Eventually having to use the meter. Went over the top, waited for the burst. That was huge.
Fortunately dropped the combo, but still in control, so things are looking pretty good. Right, going for the wall break into the hard knockdown. What's next?
I was charging him, but I kind of feel like the timing wasn't exactly there as Woff was able to up back away from it. Can't find a full conversion into a wall break, but still has control. This one should be going through the wall, especially since there's no response from Bisu. Doesn't have burst just yet. Went from the stun dipper, and that 5D went the wrong way. JD. Actually, don't even remember if that's D. It still went the wrong way.
It was, and it might have been a flub throw. Because they had RC and saw that Woff had jumped. And that's just to the typical answer that Bisu puts in that situation, which is, I got a bunch of meter. I'm gonna stun dipper RC, and I'll respond to whatever I see happen afterwards.
But it was a response that did not have the desired outcome, not for Bisu, as Woff is able to take it 3-1. Gonna be moving up to see if they can take 6 games away from Yurikov in the grand final. Yurikov, just like anybody who comes in the grands from the winner's side, only needs 3 to close this out.
But Woff's pretty hot right now. Just won 6 games, not in a row, but won them in pretty dominant fashion. So they got a lot of heat. They might be feeling real good. So another 6 games doesn't seem like a big tall task.
Maybe, but the thing we do have to keep in mind and keep 100, if you will, is the fact that the reason why Woff has to win 6 games is because they lost to Yurikov early.
That is true. So we're gonna have to see if they have some adjustments for this Milia.
That's a pretty good one. Feel like you have a decent amount of reason to do that when you see a disc sitting on top of you. Not every day that Millie will want to let that go. And Woff, the healthy lead running into a 6P, so Yurikov still has some fight left.
Yurikov flinches into pressure, and he's looking pretty bad.
Bad Moon backing up as Woff is trying to step up and seal the round.
Ooh. So that's a beautiful air throw.
In more ways than one. Close S's, can't find the hit just yet until the 2D comes out. Sliding to the backside and really spooking Woff on the block to get the throw. Low overhead, but another range for the wall break with the 5D.
That's proving already a costly mistake, as Yurikov has already taken a big chunk of damage and lost momentum, and facing the wrong way due to the cross up. Good old Milia.
We're gonna call that an escape plan.
Yurikov with the strategies that I don't know anything about. All right, dances away from the jump H cross up, gets a little reward after.
It would be nice to be in a decent position for these, but it's just trying to spin away from Millie. There's another counter super. This one finds the mark, and it is more than enough to get out of the round. And it's so big for Woff to get a win like that, because that was a round where Yurikov used a gold burst. So able to cut Yurikov off from the supplies and get the first game.
All right. Oh, Yurikov makes the mark with a close S, but Waff's gonna go for an early burst to keep momentum. But we're in the corner anyway, because that's how we roll.
Sometimes Millie gets what she wants.
Wall break's not gonna look pretty good here because Millie's sitting on that meter, but luckily Waff finds their way out.
Yeah, hate to see it. Used the meter to back up and still was caught by the fans. I wanted to say good block, but there was a second attempt at air dash. Getting another conversion. Is this going to be enough if we go over? Not to the wall, but to the ground under the bad move.
I wasn't sure if that was like a setup or a flip combo. It just took the opportunity to reset the other way. It worked out for Yurikov.
USA! USA!
Alright. Trying to contain Millie air to air, but that's the thing about Yurikov is Yurikov doesn't necessarily gonna take it to the air, but uses the both the ground and the air just enough to question whether you should chase.
Couple of hits. Thing on the front side earlier, this time with the bad moon. Both of them are the same, just different looks. Getting to the backside this time with the JH, and with the meter, that's going to be enough.
Yurikov fighting back with some ferocity here.
As it's tied up one apiece. And I mean, it's safe to say that both of them would like this, but Yurikov would probably feel really comfortable getting this third game, getting a 2-1 lead.
Both players swinging at air and attempt to find each other. It looks like Yurikov's the first land.
Both got to set each other up with that, though. Is both of them are showing that these characters have ways to change the momentum and trajectories in the air. Millie far more than Angie, don't get it twisted, but Angie just doesn't have to fall where he rises.
Blocked overhead, but the 50 meter to make it safe and to keep the pressure rolling. But Millie using those many mobility options to get out of the corner.
At this point, I kind of feel like Yurikov was just holding up forward and hitting H and seeing what was going to happen.
Despite a little bit of chaos there, Waff manages to control enough to seal that round.
Here we go again with another gold burst. Stayed front side, and I feel like Waff had a lot of time to actually gauge that one, but was just committed to looking for a cross-up.
RC to stay safe. We already had a full bar due to the positive bonus.
He was able to block it.
Yeah, tried to take advantage of the guard break, but I guess the distance was a little bit awkward, and Yurikov was able to get started and close that round out.
As we go into the third one, Waff does have burst. Yurikov at about half.
Throw.
Has really been looking for the floater JKs, but Waff hasn't gotten hit by one in quite some time. I'm trying to think if it's been in the set or not, but don't have to think too much as Waff is getting them hits.
Goes for the 5H for the wall break instead of the super. Might want to say it's against the saving that meter.
Captain the face of the fans, giving Waff a bit of the initiative, using some more meter. Has used 3 of the 4 cancels so far in this round. And that's a crucial block.
Yep, Yurikov tried to farm a little bit more meter and keep the momentum, and didn't quite work out. So this round is looking in jeopardy for Yurikov unless they can land that big hit. But at least they managed to get a bar. But block on that charge does all they needed.
Bro, for real, can we take a second to talk about Waff's defense there?
Yeah, wasn't gonna give that up for anything.
Was challenged time and time again with the high lows and had the response every single time. Waff looking for this reset.
trying to contain Millia there. Got, I guess, the decent read on the air grab, but wasn't in range. Oh, okay. You recognize that setup was not airtight and used the 6B to get out of it, which is something that something you got to know against Millia.
Bit of a butterfly to take on the throw. A little low roaming.
I like that little run up just to get a little bit more space.
Really, with 50 meter, what is Yurikov going to use it for? Keeping the bad moon safe, but not able to keep Wolf down for long, but eventually comes down, gets another 2K. No, that's not the correct answer.
This might be, okay. Luckily, Yurikov was able to salvage that, but that could have been, that drop could have been the end of the round for them.
Right. So the third air dash saving the day as we go into the second round. Front side. And it was enough to swoop Wolf out of the meter. And this is huge, getting a throw into the corner.
There's the disc. There's the pressure. Good jump back by Wolf. Gets a little bit of damage on the board. There it is again. But Angie just a little bit too floaty on his jump to punish the grab.
Trying to get to the backside, just keeping Wolf and block, get another throw. Low this time with the meter and the wall breaks. Not enough just yet. Yurikov needs one more. Taking an air dash again, forcing Wolf to block, or at least scaring Wolf into the block, and getting a throw, getting a tie, and getting the opportunity to close out ZBOE41.
That run under from Wolf is not looking like a good idea, but they managed to escape out again.
But after getting tagged one more time, gonna give up the burst, and not at a good time. Yurikov, you knew the cross up was coming, but didn't have an idea that the throw was afterwards. Actually gets the corner away from Wolf.
I don't think Wolf expected that one either. Tries to check that one, but that was more of a real setup. But yeah, just burst just to keep Wolf contained. Doesn't want any of this round to be in doubt.
There's a little bit of a chance. Up back again, bailing Wolf out. This time using the meter with the butterfly, but not able to beat Yurikov's defense. Stay alive. Ooh.
That's a huge hit.
This one as well, and Yurikov is able to withstand the pressure and take the round. One away from a reset.
Definitely needed that. All right, there you go. Wolf using that ground move, just to keep Yurikov questioning, you know, if they're even going to be able to land on Angie.
5D this time. And eventually getting the meter out of Wolf. This was big for Yurikov, was getting tagged, taking a little too much damage. Stuck in the corner.
All right, Yurikov got that burst back in. There's that signature gold burst. I guess they were expecting to stop just a little bit short and get that air grab, but nonetheless, it's still working out for Yurikov.
Good block on Wolf on the 50-50. Was able to see the front side J8, get the conversion, get the second round, the third game, and the reset.
Hey, it looks like that hot streak is coming in handy. Yurikov's still putting up a fight, though.
Yeah, went all the way down to the wire. 3-2 for the first one. And so, one of the questions that we can think about right here is, we were talking about this earlier. Are we sticking with Millia?
Yeah, that's what I see on the screen. All right, so there's our reset.
Wolf's done it once. You think they can do it again.
That's usually the rule of thumb. If you can do it once, it can happen again.
Right? And this start, bruh, this is a start so far. Ooh, this is a start so far. This is everything that Wolf needs. Don't let it happen. It happened.
A whole hour to finish that throw thanks to the VRC. Oh yeah, Wolf starting out the reset really strong. Took away the burst, and that to some degree could possibly demoralize your call.
Oh, with a hand check again, but Yurikov able to get out of the corner, get 2D, get another conversion, getting the burst out of Wolf and stepping up, getting a close S counter hit. This is the break that Yurikov needs to finally get their foot into this reset, because yeah, it was looking pretty shaky in the beginning.
Goes up for the cross-up jump. H is blocked. Wolf standing strong so far.
Standing in crouching strong, but a little too eager to try to get away from the 2D. And with the conversion afterwards, this could be it. Not just yet, but stepping up and throwing some kind of response that Wolf had.
Yeah, that was a counter super. Right. I saw the stance, but luckily Yuriko had the throw in mind.
Backside. And Walson doing pretty good to survive the initial mix-up against the disc. Nice. Waited for it and just took the snatch. Can't get anything more though. Gets another one.
Goes in for a grab. Yeah, tries to punish the whip there, but RC to save the day for Wolf.
Ooh, put it back.
Go ahead first. I want to keep this corner no matter what.
Coleman in again. And there's the goal burst. Ooh, in the air. Ah.
All right, first game to Wolf on a reset.
I really feel like, even though Yurikov's able to find the gold burst itself, just the plays afterwards have been pretty lackluster throughout the set.
Yeah, the concept there is, I guess, looks like similar to what Beezy was doing, except with the hair card. And but Millie is awkward when she kind of RCs there, so Yurikov's not really able to get much from it, at least from these sets. Good close S, and Wolf lost patient there. Just that burst.
Ready for the bad move. Yeah, Wolf's pretty good with that. And even getting ticked here, I won't even say like, man, it's the commentator's curse and everything. Like, that bad move was like the first time Wolf has been like straight up opened up in a while.
Yeah, usually Wolf is losing to the follow-up pressure rather than the initial mix.
Well, we say this now. Hold on a second, because Wolf's starting to crumble under the pressure now. Yurikov's finding these hits in the times that Millia wants them.
Big counter hit, close S.
Yeah, that's a change that we've seen against that. Like earlier, it was just a throw. The last two times, it was a close S.
Big damage from Wolf. It's changing this around.
Up in the throw. This could be the guess for the game. Is there a block? There it is.
Wolf is ready for it. And I mean, that was the down to the wire. Both of them could die. That's generally what a lot of people's reversals generally want to come out.
60. Yurikov's able to get to the backside. Was looking for a delayed air dash with the JH, couldn't find it. Eventually gets the S, but no conversion. Wolf in control.
That jump H to box Wolf in some more. Pushing Wolf to the corner, trying to find something, but Wolf manages to find out. And there's the counter adjustment where you see Wolf just kind of changing the time and still avoid the close S and whatnot.
Good jump away. Had an idea that the skip throw was coming. Yurikov able to put Wolf back on the ground, but Wolf gets down and slapped Millie in the thighs.
Got caught crouching, so was looking for something else. Tried the anti-air, and they did, but the trade was not favorable.
Not at all. Not at all. Is Yurikov shows their face again here in the reset to get the second game 1-1 as we go into the third one.
Right, you're trying to find the target. Waff using that jump K kind of as a wall to keep Millie from being too free in the air.
And that's a rarely seen blue burst from Yurikov. Waff sees a blue burst and treats it as a green light.
Yurikov starting strong in the next round, trying to keep things from going too far out of control in Waff's favor.
And the mix-ups have really been hitting as of late. Yurikov just needs the opportunities to present them. Gets to JH, couldn't find the burst, but this round's going to be really hard for Waff to come back. This is a good start, though.
Waff jukes to anti-air, gets the corner, but Yurikov meter bullies out of the corner. Got a pretty good life lead here.
Pumps the break, gets the block, and the throw. Yurikov just able to wrangle that one in. Looking to get this point and go up 2-1 in the set.
Right. Nice little corner combo, goes in for the meaty close S. Waff not biting too hard here.
Yurikov starting to get a lot of opportunities to put some pressure on the Waff in the neutral. Well, in the neutral, just in the offense. Just getting opportunities like that.
Yep, thrown Waff out of a button there. And yeah, I guess that's starting to become the tell of the tape here. Is when Yurikov makes that initial block, they're very inclined to flinch. And I think Waff's Yurikov is keyed in on that.
Right. This is the last chance for Waff. Yurikov's up 2-1 and has a full stick to work with. Using the first half of the winger.
Woo! 100 meter into getting grabbed.
2 scoops. I was looking for the third one. Good tech from Yurikov though, but yeah, I feel like a lot of wind has come out of Yurikov's sails at this point. Ooh, You want to talk about unfortunate?
I got hitboxes on both sides, buddy.
Speaking of hitboxes on both sides, Yurikov is gonna show the same with the disc.
Waff aggressively runs in after that wall break. Not afraid in the least. And there it is again.
Ooh, front side.
Like, I don't know if like Waff's looking for lows and stuff, but generally they've been getting hit low out of that situation.
Right. Got to get it together because this is tournament point for Yurikov. Ooh, that was a good block on the second one, but didn't stay down in time for the last hit. 2D was really the party starter for Yurikov right here. It was hounding a little too much with the close S.
Counter hit jump ace, but not deep enough for the conversion. All right, yeah, Waff tries to use that neutral jump and delay time and try to catch something, but nonetheless, they start the momentum, and there it is.
Try to deny the dash. Yurikov going over the top. Waff eventually using the meter and not going to have anything to get off their back. Looking for one last block and got caught walking the wrong way yet again. Yurikov staying in the front side, staying in control, and going to take the championship 3-1 in the reset.
That put an end to that hot streak. Was able to kind of see through a lot of things, and yeah, it's just a lot of when Millie is not flying around. Generally, Yurikov was able to just tee off on a lot of counter hits.
Yeah.
Good stuff to everybody. So that'd be Yurikov in first place, Waff in second, and Bizu in third.
Pretty nice way to close out ZBOE 41. And 14 deep. That's the most we've seen in, I want to say, months.
Yeah, it was good to see a pretty active tournament. Had some pretty good matches, so I'm glad people came out for some PC strive.
Yeah, I get the impression that Zonebreakers ain't gonna be changing off this one for a while. No. Too many people came through for that. We got to keep this one going, yeah?
So all the usual. If you like what you saw on the stream, go ahead and hit that follow and check out more Zonebreakers Online tournaments. We have BB Tag coming up next week, as you can see here.
Hey.
So if you're interested in that, check it out. Enter if you got the availability. It's always a good time.
I guess it's we got to talk about the consoles peripherals as of lately. Do have to point out that it's going to be back on the PS4 because that's kind of been the namesake for Zonebreakers Online, so gonna try to keep that community going on. And with that being said, I think that kind of closes everything out. Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you all for coming to chill with us on this Friday evening. Thank you all for coming to chill with us in the future. If you're looking at a VOD, thanks to the Zonebreakers for throwing everything together. But the second most important people, I kind of got out of order with this. Thanks to the competitors. And I mean, this is a big one for the competitors. Again, double digits. It's been a while. We actually had to sit here for more than like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see that activity, and hope we got a lot of returnees for next time.
Until then, though, be easy, y'all.
Peace.